Yo, what's good, everyone? Welcome back to a new episode of Assassin 4. Right now, it's just the big three right now. We got a couple of ghetto hoop stars taking their time to get here along the way. So we're going to give them a little bit more time to get to the arena, but, we're going to hold it down for them until they get here. As you see, I'm joined by my boy D, Dr. Esquire Day.
What's up? What's happening, everybody?
And then, to my other side, I got my boy C Note. What's going on with you, man?
What's good with it?
Yeah, man, a lot of stuff to unpack, man. A lot of sports going on around the country. As you know, we pretty much in prime time in sports. We got MLB going on. WNBA finals just wrapped up. We in the thick of things in college and NFL. We got NBA starting up. We got college basketball around the corner. So look, if you're a sports fan, this our time.
The sports equinox.
This our time. This our time.
Yeah, I was actually talking to someone the other day, and we was talking about like they should make this like a national holiday this week because like this is literally that 1 week where you could have every major sport, no matter what it would be, WNBA, MLB, NFL, NBA, like everything is out right now, and they should make like this week be like a rivalry week with the NFL or some shit.
Hey, if it's going to give me a week off with pay, I'm for anything.
Yeah. Hey, I'll be with that shit. I just need the parlays to pop. That's all I need is the parlays to pop.
Oh, shit. There go one to get a hoop stars right there.
What's good, y'all?
There you go.
Yes, sir.
Well, shoot, while we got BT here, we might as well kick it off with MLB. As you know, the ALS and the MLS are officially over. We're now in the World Series. We got the New York Yankees versus the LA Dodgers. If you're a baseball fan, this is kind of oh shit, hit it, oh shit.
Outfit like
what's good with it?
Well, it's been a long time since I seen a Yankee cap, man.
hey, I got a mustache.
Yeah, long time.
It's been a long time since I seen that Yankee cap, man.
Don't do that one.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
We've been low.
Hey, man,
15 long years.
Job not done. Hold on, job not done.
Job not done, bro. Job not done.
Let's put.
Okay,
we're talking appearances. We're talking appearances. Ain't no golden jerseys yet for nobody. But on the real though, I think as a baseball fan, the MLB needed this World Series matchup really, really, really bad. The sport of baseball has been declining. I'm not going to say slow decline. It's just been declining. It's not enough casual superstars in the game that people really know anymore. But now you got two marquee teams, two teams that have a long-standing history of baseball, and they're gonna be going into another series. So, I mean, it's clear who BT and Corey going for. So, Dave, I'm gonna start with you. What's your analysis going into this World Series, man?
Yeah, first off, who has home field advantage? Is it the Dodgers?
Yeah.
Dodgers. Okay. Yeah, so I mean, like you said, Dre, this is what MLB needed. I think this postseason, the viewership has been at its highest in a while. Mm-hmm. We've had some good matchups. We've had some, underdogs like surprise some people. So I feel like we needed the Yankees in the World Series. I don't think anyone else out of the AL would have provided a good matchup. But I think in the NL, like I wanted. Well, I don't know if I really wanted, but I thought just based on how things were going, I thought we would see Yankees Mets. I thought we would see a Subway Series in the World Series, but Yankees Dodgers makes a lot of sense.
Fuck the odds.
Look, it doesn't matter. Like the Mets and the Dodgers were your ops anyway, so it really don't matter.
You're right. I get to my slant in a second.
The AL needed the Yankees. I didn't want to see Cleveland. I didn't want to see Detroit or whoever else was on the AL. I didn't want we needed the Yankees there.
So Make that
Yeah,
shit.
but I mean, this is the most superstars that we've had on both sides in a while. Like when you talk about
In a
Aaron,
minute.
talk about Juan Soto,
Yes, sir.
Giancarlo, and then Dodgers got Shohei. You got Freddie Freeman. You got
Mookie Betts.
Mookie Betts.
They got
Yamamoto.
Yamamoto. They got some pitchers. They got my man Hernandez, the home run king.
The Hernandez brothers.
Yeah, the Hernandez. Yeah, the Hernandez brothers. So man, we need this matchup, man. And as far as my prediction, I'm gonna go Yankees in 6. With it, I'm gonna go Yankees in 6.
I feel it.
Yeah, let me go ahead and go before Corey get his slant off. But nah, I like that prediction. I was gonna say before I get my prediction, bro. Like it's been a long time since the Yankees has been to the World Series, bro. I remember the last time they was in this World Series. I was in my college dorm room. You know what I'm saying? That's how long it's been, bro. 2009, right on A&T campus, though. I was hype as hell.
Mm-hmm.
So 15 long years since the World Series appearance. You know what I'm saying? I think it's dope. I really think it's dope for the league that the Yankees are back in it. I know people hate the Yankees, you know what I'm saying? But you need that villain story, you know what I'm saying? You need that team you want to hate every year, and I think the Yankees are that team. The Dodgers, I kind of figured they was going to get to the World Series, you know. I kind of seen this matchup playing out earlier in the season. My prediction, though, I'm going to take the Yankees in 6. I just think it's their time. It's been, like I said, 15 long years. I just think they're a team of destiny right now. You know, this is how they won that Cleveland World, had won that Cleveland series. How all the games came down to the wire. I just think it's their time. As long as the bats are batting, and the pitchers are pitching like they're supposed to pitch. Like I have no worries about this matchup, bro. Like I really think it's gonna be Yankees in 6. It's gonna be some uncomfortable games here and there, you know.
Yeah.
But I think
it definitely
as long as Juan Soto, Giancarlo, and Judge, bro, like Judge came out his shell the last series, so keep that same energy, bro. Because if Judge hitting home runs, you can cancel it, dog. It's definitely Yankees in 6.
Oh yeah, Dodgers are inconsistent too.
Yeah, they are. They are. Yeah, before you get going, Corey, because I know you got shit to say. So let me just go ahead. But yeah, when it comes to the Dodgers, like I pointed out the inconsistency, but I mean, personally, I just like stories where it's like it's some criminal activity going on. So it's just like you should try and see what's going on because we all know that Ohtani situation was some BS. Like, again, I say this in the chat. I probably said this on the pod. I'm gonna say this again. You don't need to have an interpreter to have somebody to count your money.
No.
Okay? You don't need an interpreter to place a bet. Okay? But I digress. I know they sent him somewhere. They probably paid the family off with a piece of Ohtani's contract. Keep things quiet. We're going to keep it moving. But me personally, y'all know how I am. I rock with my boy Juan Soto. Yeah, he's not in a national jersey no more, but I ain't got no beef with him. That was the ownership. That fucked it up. That ain't my fault. I ain't mad at the kid at all. And like I told y'all, when it comes to postseason, that man's clutch with it. He steps up. That's why we got a championship over this side because of Juan Soto's play in the postseason. So I think I'm not worried about his production because I think he's going to show up and stand out. Hell, I think he might be my favorite to win the MVP of this World Series. In my honest opinion, I think that's how good he's going to be. Because that's how good he was. It wasn't for Strasburg being an ace pitcher like he was. That joint was going to be Juan. So, I mean, the Dodgers are such a great team, but Dodgers, when it comes to that pitching and that bullpen, it's like they be giving up too many runs for my liking, and Yankees just got too much firepower over there. It's like, yeah, you might be able to get them one game, but for a whole 7-game series, you think if you're not playing clean pitching against the Yankees, nah.
It's not going to work.
You can cancel that. So that's how I feel about it. But I do hope it goes like 6-7 games I feel like the sport of baseball really needs like a World Series like this between two of the best teams in the league. So I hope we see some standout performances from both teams. The floor is yours, Corey. Go ahead, man.
Oh Lord.
First and foremost.
Oh God, I'm hating when niggas say this.
Fuck Ohtani. Fuck Yamamoto.
That's facts.
These
You know why we say
motherfuckers
that shit.
they had the opportunity to come and play in pinstripes all season.
That $1 billion beef shit.
It was $1 billion beef. They had the opportunity to come over here. What they decide they want to do? They want to have Godzilla over in LA. That's what they want to do. Well, you know what? We about to turn fucking LA into Hiroshima. That's what we about to do. That's all I got to say, because this is what's gonna happen. Like, honestly, they probably gonna end up getting game one, because I think Ohtani is gonna be pitching in that game. So like, if you got Ohtani pitching and he's actually gonna be batting as well, because you got to think about it. This is NL versus AL. So your pitcher is is that designated hitter at that particular point.
Yeah.
So if you can't have Ohtani playing in some of these games, what does that turn into? That's your biggest hitter for the most part. You're losing him for what, a good 3-4 games, and he's gonna probably play in 2. So yeah, it's gonna be Yankees and 6. That's my prediction when it comes to it. But getting back to it, like, Ohtani better be glad that he ain't playing in jail right now. And everything I got to say, all of the slander I got, I don't need an interpreter for it.
Oh,
and you
shit.
Can bet on that.
Hey, God.
And you can bet on that.
Hey, man.
You gave him that book, didn't you, Dave?
I think I need to get my book back, man.
Yeah, man.
I know. On the real, somebody did give me the book on that one.
Hey,
in the chat. I was like,
but Corey, how you feel about Shohei macking on Cameron Brink?
I can't even hate on that one.
Nah. I gotta give him an L, man. As soon as he mac on her, Shawty want to get married. Fuck out of here. That's an L. That's an L.
He ain't spit that right G, bro.
Yeah. And see, that's the shit I be talking about. Wait a minute. So you know enough English to mac on somebody, but you don't know enough English to check your bank's account? All right.
Hey, bro.
How old
is he? Is he in his 30s? Before I say what I'm about to say, he in his 30s or he's in his 20s?
I think he's like.
I think he's 20s.
Yeah, like late 20s, if I'm not mistaken.
These young niggas, bro, they don't care.
He
was waiting for the money, bro. These young niggas don't care, man.
BT was trying to make sure he was on that YN. He was under the YN.
Hey, he 30 though. He 30.
Oh, he 30? He younger than me. He's still a young nigga. They don't care, bro. They got the game messed up,
man, 30 in baseball is like 22 years old, man.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, facts, man.
Nah, but seriously, I really do hope we get a good World Series out of this, man. I really think it's a great matchup, not only for baseball, but even like to get back some casual fans that they lost over the years, because you just you need great matchups and you need good star power in order to have your league successful and in order to keep drawing attention to it. So I hope just how which is a good segue, just how women's college basketball had 2 great finals. And then you had a good WA finals last year going into the WA finals this year. Like, those are type of games and type of movements you need to put a shot in the arm to bring your sport back into the limelight. So that being said, like I said, with one series started, another one ended just a couple of days ago. We got the New York Liberty defeating the Minnesota Lynx in Game 5 for the WNBA Finals. A lot of controversy. A lot of you got one coach said, she just said, fuck it, I'm gonna say what I gotta say about the whole thing. I understand where she's coming from, but at the end of the day, opportunities were missed. This is just another example where you don't leave things to the refs, no matter how bad and egregious it looks. Yeah. And for those that don't know, we're talking about the block that wasn't called around the world when Breonna Stewart looked like she got blocked clean, but the rest of the side of the call foul, and she hit 2 free throws to send over to overtime. I mean, you kind of hate when, especially championship games come down and stuff like that, right or wrong call. Because I have friends from talking about what about some of like the Chiefs plays and stuff like that. I was telling, well, those were legal plays. Like you don't want the game to end like that, but those were legal plays. But on this instance, even on replay, it looked like it was a clear block. But at the end of the day, you had opportunities where like Lynx gave up a 8-0 run to end game 3. Lynx were up late in this game. They just didn't seal the deal. So when you don't close it out and you leave it up to the refs' hands, you get situations like this. But I do want to commend both teams. Yes, I don't like the city of New York at all, but you can't look at that Liberty team and say they don't got no hoopers over there. Like they've been playing like the best. Yeah, they got the best. They were the best team this year, in my honest opinion. Like they was like Minnesota was like the only team that consistently challenged them. But at the end of the day, it just wasn't the future of the year. She couldn't get MVP after a great season. She couldn't get a championship. But I hope this motivates a team like Minnesota. I hope they keep this core together. I hope it keeps going. And I know I've been rapping and everything, but it was just a great WNBA season at the end of the day. But I mean, I just want to hear y'all thoughts about how y'all feel about the game, even a little bit of like the overall season.
All right. So about the game, it was first of all, it was a great series, man. Like that's probably the best WNBA finals.
Yeah, game 2 was the only
seen,
one.
Bro.
Game 2 was like the only one that was a dub for real, but everything else was like shit.
Everything else was close, man. You have teams up by 20, other team will come back. You know what I'm saying? It's close in the fourth. So yeah, this was the best WNBA finals I ever seen. As far as game 5, so the Lynx was up by 2. Brianna just missed 2 free throws.
Yeah.
They got the rebound. They went down. B had a chance to end it, bro. She had a chance to go up for a layup. As much as I like Fee, that's one of my favorite players, bro. She smoked the layup. You know what I'm saying? You got a chance to go up by 4. You got to make that shit, man. So when she smoked that layup, it wasn't. And then Brianna came down. First of all, she traveled before it was a foul call.
She did travel, yeah.
They didn't call the travel. And then you in the city of New York is game 5. They gonna call that foul. It wasn't a foul, but they gonna call that foul. And you can't give a great player another chance to make free throws because they gonna make it. She just missed 2. She's not missing 2 again with the game on the line. She's not doing that. Stewie is a great player. When it went to overtime, I knew it was a wrap. They hit that 3-pointer on the right wing. They got the tip, hit the 3-pointer on the right wing. I said, yep. A 3-point lead in this series is like a 10-point lead. And then I forgot her name. Start with an S. I'm gonna pronounce it wrong, but anyway. There you go. She got that steal, went up for the layup by 5. I said, yep, it's over, man. But it was a great WNBA season to begin with. Anyway, I think the young rookies coming in, bringing the viewership from college. So it was great. I think this is one of the best seasons we ever seen, to be honest with you. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah.
But hopefully, like you said, Dre, this motivates the Lynx, man. It's hard to get back there once you lose, but you can get back. And then I don't know but it's a lot of free agents, you know what I'm saying? So it's
I was going to bring that. I'm glad you did. The free agent, unrestricted free agent go crazy. Even the restricted, that list is crazy.
So even if the Lynx bring back their core, like you don't know what team's going to get which players. So I can't sit here and say they got a good chance of going back because I really don't know until we finalize free agency. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, I feel it.
Shout out to the Liberty though. They were the best team all season. I ain't gonna hold you. The best team actually won. You know what I'm saying? So you can't be mad at that.
Yeah. I mean, like you guys saying, man, this was a great WNBA season. Great rookie class that came in. Records across the board as far as viewership and everything. Like people watching the game, like more people watching the sport. The finals was great. That game 5, I thought Minnesota was dominating the game like up until like halftime. I thought they had the Liberty scrambling a lot on offense. They were playing great defense for the most part of the game. I thought, towards when we got to the fourth quarter, the first team, whoever got the 60 first was going to win. I thought when Minnesota got there and Brianna missed those free throws, I thought it was a wrap. But Minnesota had their chances. They were up. They were up double digits up until the bench, like Sabali and Thornton and Phoebich. They contributed. They really contributed a lot to that comeback, as well as the Liberty playing better defense, because Sabrina was doing her John Starks impression. I think she was like 0 for like 15 or something like that, like something crazy.
She was like 0 for 10 from 3. Something like that.
3, like 0 for 13 or 14 from the field entirely. I think she only had like points from the free throw line.
She hit 1 3.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she did hit. She did hit that 1 3.
Yeah, that shit was a huge too.
Yeah, that was a huge 3. Yeah, but she, like her and Brianna combined for like 16 points. I like at that point in time before overtime. So that tells you how much the rest of the starters and the bench contributed to that W. Yeah, I mean, it foul. I mean, it was a foul. Was a clean. I mean, on the replay, like one angle you can see that looked clean. One other angle you can argue that it was a foul. You just don't want the game to come down to that. I thought Minnesota, like we were saying, Minnesota had their chances. I felt like players like Courtney Williams and Heidemann and some of the role players disappeared.
Courtney's soul, bruh.
Yeah. She disappeared. I was like, where's she at? I was like, yo, where's she at, bro?
Because like became a puppy, man.
Hold up, y'all. Hold up.
Yeah.
My nigga.
A red GM sighting.
Oh,
my nigga.
What's going on?
Shit, boy. You ugly as shit, Mo. You ugly ass nigga.
Hey, we ain't seen you in a long time, my boy. We ain't seen you in a minute.
Nigga had him low.
We got the whole squad back. Oh shit.
Finally, let's get it.
Oh shit, man.
Let's get it, bro.
Shit. But congrats to the Liberty though, man.
Glad to be back. Glad to be back.
But
glad to have you back, man.
What's up, GM? What's good, GM? Brad Presty. What's happening?
Yeah.
What moves have you been making? What moves have you been making, Brad Presty?
Brad ugly as shit.
Trying to survive, just trying to make moves and shuffle stuff around. Got some stuff coming up.
I'm sorry, man. I'm just glad to see my boy, man. I feel you, man. Glad to see you back, my boy.
Glad to see you, bro. You good? You been good?
You good, bro?
I've been good, y'all. Glad to be back in the pod. Shout out to these guys for holding it down, man. Like, it's been a crazy tail year for sports, and these guys have been hitting y'all over the head with content after content, bangers after bangers, So, I'm just so proud of these guys and wanted to, just try to make a return when I can. And it just happened to be a day where I can pop up and try to, bless these guys with a little bit of love and give my takes on some things that have been going on. The Panthers are panthering. I don't know what else to say.
We ain't talking about that.
Shout out to Liberty for winning the championship.
Hey, yo.
We talking about winners, Brad. We talking about winners. We're talking about winners right now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that big series is coming up this weekend. That's going to be a good series, man. I can't wait to watch that. Probably the first time in a while baseball fans, I think, have a World Series where they can really get excited about with the stars that are on both teams for both New York and the LA Dodgers. So that's a big series coming up. I can't wait for Corey to get his bars off about a certain player. That's all I'm waiting on. I can't wait for it to be bilingual too. I'm just waiting on it.
Y'all two.
That's all I know.
Y'all two ghetto hoop stars. Y'all late. Y'all missed the concert. It's over.
That, man. You gotta go back.
Curtains closed.
Yeah.
You gotta watch the episode.
I gotta go back. Oh man,
you gotta watch that. Yeah,
I'm gonna watch that.
Click that view. Yeah, get that viewership up, man. But all right, now that we got everybody, I'm hyped now. But before I end it with the WNBA, first of all, I understand where you're coming from, Dave. But look, when you're the commissioner and you in the city of New York wearing a New York dress, That's all I need to know, man.
The fix was in. Yeah.
Oh, it was.
That's all I know. That's all I need to know.
That was definitely an agenda.
That's all I need to know. That's all I need to know.
Because I honestly I feel bad for Nafisa Collier because she was leading the postseason in points, rebounds, steals, and blocks, I believe. So that would have been nice for her to get MVP, especially like with that stat line and be able to be just to have that in her repertoire as being the postseason leader in those categories. But yeah, the fix was in. I think for me, man, I just don't rock with a lot of Lynx players. Like Caleb McBride gets on my nerves.
What she did to you?
She went to Notre Dame.
Yeah, she went to Notre Dame.
Yes, she did. She was giving you kind of hell.
Just like I don't know. I think maybe because she was talking shit to the Connecticut Sun, and that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Yeah, like Courtney Williams, I fuck with her. She country as hell. I fuck with her though. Bridget Carlson, I don't know, something about her just kind of pisses me off.
Then why was she on your fantasy team? Oh hell no, you ain't gonna sell on her. You ain't gonna sell on her. Fuck that.
I needed the points, man. I needed the points.
Anything for the points, man. Anything for the points, bro. This nigga, man.
Anything for the fantasy points.
But hey, man, the way they were doing like the fucking what's that do? What they do after every game? That
line dance, that electric slide, yeah, electric slide.
This looks like so unseasoned to me, man. Like it just felt so unseasoned, bro. Like I don't know, man.
Not everybody went to an HBCU, Dave. You can't expect that, bro.
Yeah, but none of them went to HBCU.
Yeah, I mean that was the only thing. Anything else, like I respect for the step that they made this year because they had been rebuilding it for a while. And last year they made the playoffs, and this year they were able to make it to the finals. I thought I didn't expect them to make it to the finals. I thought they'll maybe win like one round, but yeah, man, I'm looking forward to next season, especially with a new team on board with Golden State and this a new rookie class coming in, see where everybody ends up. It's gonna be fun, man. I hope the W keeps growing.
For sure. All right, so we went from one commissioner crook and we go into another one. So now let's talk about the NBA. Opening night was last night. That happened.
We're gonna let
some
cook.
Some people got rings last night, and I guess they felt like they was the ones that didn't win shit last year because my God, like I load a clip like that on the Knicks, man. Like what's really going on?
Yeah, that was crazy.
Shoot, I was keeping it being, bro. What you saw last night were
that game.
The teams that won last night were two teams who were pretty much brought their core back, and the teams that made it a little late all season addition, via trade had no chemistry. New York had no chemistry. Minnesota had no chemistry. I don't know how Carlton Towns is going to fit. I mean, he had Drew Holiday guarding him and shooting turnaround fadeaways. You're 7 feet, bro. Mikal Bridges, they gave up a lot to get him, and he was a major disappointment. It was Bill Cartwright looking jump shot last night.
Hey, yo.
That joint is ugly. He fixed it, though, mid-game, though.
No, he went to his old jumper. He retired that shit. That's what he did.
He went to the old jumper.
Mid-game.
Yeah.
And also, the Knicks have some injuries already, and
his jump shot looked like somebody traded it.
Mr. Robinson's out.
Okay. I thought it was my bad, because I turned the game. I thought it was somebody new. I was like, damn, Tom Thibodeau, game 1, opening night. You trying to break records out here.
OG didn't look very comfortable yesterday. So yeah, the Knicks, it might take a little time for them to get going. Boston, I think the last time we saw a champ honestly get disrespected like this, maybe the Warriors in 2015 were a team that was dominant, that won a title, but has a questionable path. Because let's be honest, Boston, they no Giannis, no Dame, and Embiid was on one leg. Indiana tripped on a couple games. Dallas has ran out of gas in the finals. I mean, they didn't really have much resistance last year, so they were pretty disrespected coming into the season, and then we think about what Jason Tatum, his experience at the Olympics, and Jaylen Brown getting snubbed for the Olympics.
Him.
Like,
you gotta make it known. Gotta make it known.
We know.
we know, my guy. We know. But, yeah, like I can't remember the last time a champion was disrespected like this. Maybe the Lakers coming off the bubble, but outside of that 2015 Warriors. So, Boston's gonna have an edge on a chip on their shoulder. They're gonna have some edge. It's gonna be scary hours for the league because they're pissed off and they don't even have Porzingis yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, one thing I want to do is put this whole Tatum Olympic thing to bed. Yes, it seems crazy that you coming off a championship, you're a starter on that team, and Steve Kerr comes to you and is like, hey, yo, I don't know if I can see minutes for you. For everybody on a sports show that had a comment on it, before you comment on it, please review Tatum's performance in the exhibition games, and please review his performance when he was actually out there. When at some point are y'all just going to admit when he was on the fucking floor, he just looked bad?
X.
He hit it. He didn't hit a three. And some games his defense didn't impact the game at all. So he was just a wasted body on the court. When you got Bam making more threes than you, AD making more threes than you, hell, Joel Embiid made more threes than you, crying about the minutes, okay? It happened. There's plenty of superstars that be on these Olympic teams that they didn't get the minutes like they were on their regular team. It happens. When you play amongst great players, somebody's going to get shorted out. I understand he want to use that as motivation, but please act like we weren't watching the same fucking games. Like, damn. Can anybody give me a Tatum moment? Okay, everybody had at least one stretch when they was cooking, even Tyrese Halliburton. Can anybody give me a Tatum moment when he was cooking?
Damn, that's crazy. I can't recall
when
one.
he was handing out high fives. That's all I remember. That's all I remember, dog.
And clapping. Don't forget to clap,
bro.
Maybe on the bench.
I'm not even trying to disrespect Jason. And I'm not trying to disrespect it, but it's like, bro, can we all act like we watched the same fucking games? Bron was better than him at the wing. KD was better than him at the wing. Booker was playing the wing and playing defense and offense. Ant-Man had a good moments. Like, come on, like it just wasn't there.
I mean, who was you really going to sit?
I just wasn't there.
Like,
you weren't going to sit KD. You're not going to sit Bron. You're not going to sit Ant-Man. Like,
you're not going to sit Booker either.
You're not going to sit Booker. Yeah.
Booker was playing. Yeah.
You need shooting. Like, so.
That was the thing. It was like the way that team was constructed, where will you go slot him in it? Because everything you just said, Dave, was true. Who would you go sit to give him minutes? The way everybody was playing, who was going to sit?
Now, if the minutes were there, if he was cooking, because if you have somebody that's cooked, the minutes are going to be there. But he wasn't.
Yeah.
He was a liability.
And
these games were were closer than imaginable. Every time there was a spread, USA did not match that spread.
Yeah.
USA did not match one spread in the Olympics. So please just get over that shit.
And remember, like those first two exhibition games when KD was unable to play, and Tatum was able to get more minutes, they didn't look good. Like there was no cohesion. Like there was a lot of like turnovers. There was a lot of like, I don't know where you're supposed to be on the court. It was stuff like that.
Just a lot of ISO.
Look at what happened. Yeah. Look at what happened. The first game of the first game of the Olympics. Things look a little bit better, right?
When KD came back.
So, when KD came back, even though he came off the bench that game, he came in and we see what he did. Hit his first 10 shots, 7 shots, 10 shots, or whatever it was. Yeah. So I mean, it was apparent.
But I just needed to get that out of the way because hearing them keep talking about this whole Tatum getting slotted thing, it just irked me because not one person mentioned the play. They just say he's an NBA champion, he's the starter, he's a first team All NBA. Find a way. No, Kerr was trying to find a way. It just wasn't happening.
Kerr wasn't even trying to listen to the people. It was one game. Yeah, he tried to listen to him. A couple games he slided him in.
I know, like against Puerto Rico or South Sudan, he was trying.
Yeah, it was South Sudan.
He was trying to. Yeah.
Yeah, but I said I think it was Puerto Rico. I know I watched that game. He slid him in for a few minutes. So
Yeah.
I'm like, Dre, you got to drop the narrative now. Like,
And
you trying to make a travesty, but you're not looking at the performance.
I don't like how they tried to disrespect Drew and Derek White as well, and try to make it seem like they were scrubs. The role that they played on that team was very important as well. Like you needed defense for a lot of you needed defense for a lot of people, and that's probably one of the best defensive backcourts that you're ever gonna see.
Facts.
Yeah.
And we're not gonna sit there and act like they aren't champions either. Drew is a 2-time champion.
True time. Yep.
Exactly.
Then since we talking about him, bro, like Boston don't win that championship without Drew and D White, bro. It's not happening.
They don't.
It's not happening, bro.
They don't.
Because what we said about Boston in the past, they need a point guard. You need a point guard.
Yes.
Shit, look who they had to lock up in order to get that ring.
They needed at that point guard spot.
Yeah.
I would say Marcus Smart for all he did for Boston.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marcus Smart for all he did for Boston. Sometimes he's an offensive liability.
Yeah.
Better option on offense. And honestly, sometimes more level-headed too.
Yeah.
Sometimes Tatum and Brown can be erratic, and Marcus Smart was usually that guy that would like rile the crowd up and be the emotional leader. But that's probably not what that team needed. They need somebody like a steady presence like Drew, who's always like even killed. We rarely see Drew express himself, but that's honestly what they needed because sometimes Tatum gets tight and Jaylen Brown can be erratic. And then sometimes Derek White can be erratic as well. So having that guy who's been there before and that common presence, that's stuff like that goes underrated because sometimes you do need that emotional spark plug. Sometimes you need that steady common presence because of. My bad. Hold on a second, y'all. Hold on.
No. Yeah, I mean,
just to pick it back off what he was saying, you definitely need that steady presence. Like, look what happened when Drew went to Milwaukee. They won a championship. You know what I'm saying?
My bad. There's some people driving crazy with a lot of music, bro.
No, you good.
No, you good.
I live on the edge of the projects, y'all.
Oh.
He is closer to Sugar Creek than me.
Hey, yo, chill out,
bro.
Thank you.
That's a wild nigga.
But yo, because I'm watching this game right now. Hey, man, how you feel about Philly after this whole like Joel and like PG already missing game, Joel out for a week already, like.
I feel like
I'm thinking I'm about to remove all my stock out of Philly, man. I just don't think I can do it anymore.
I feel like Boston got the East on lock. I feel like Boston has the East on lock.
I was gonna say it's par for the course. Dude, I saw this coming eventually, one way or the other. It's Philly.
All right. So this is my thing with Philly, man. Like
all the potential in the world, but
they say they want to be ready for the playoffs, right? But you need chemistry in the playoffs.
Exactly.
So if you having players sitting out, Paul George got hurt. You know what I'm saying? I seen him get hurt. That was a scary injury. But all instead, if he's healthy and Embiid is healthy, you gotta have chemistry in the playoffs, man. Like you're not beating Boston without no chemistry. It's just not gonna happen.
I don't think Embiid's healthy, bro.
I don't think Embiid's healthy. He wasn't even healthy in the Olympics. I'm just saying, like if he was healthy, you know what I'm saying? He ain't even gonna play back to backs. They trying to do like what Kawhi did in 19 with the Raptors with Embiid when he come back.
But yeah, it's just par for the course, like you said, for Philly. But
to me, that's like two different positions. For Kawhi not to play back to backs is different than you got.
Oh, go ahead, Brian. Brian, go ahead, bro.
Oh no, my fault. I was just saying that it's different when you said Kawhi was playing. Can you hear me?
It's kind of. I mean, I understand what they're trying to do, but at the same time, it's like it's just the history of who both players. This is like okay, like you want to get some chemistry at the beginning of the season, and you want to start out the season on a good note.
Yeah.
Especially when you're playing a team like Milwaukee, seeding could be involved, and you got your two guys already sitting out in a game that could cost you possibly the second seed, third seed, or whatever. We know Boston's probably gonna be the 1 seed. So if you're Philadelphia and you're trying to max Embiid what's left of his prime, like, yeah, you want to like manage him, but you also have to get chemistry with a new guy, Paul George, as well. And just kind of like, this has been par for the course of this franchise, and like, can they make it to the finish line healthy? Because I mean, the last time Embiid was somewhat healthy, they took Boston to 7 games a couple years ago. And I mean, they almost beat the Knicks last year from beat on one leg. So it's like, can you just get him to the finish line? Can you get Paul George to the finish line? Because they added some nice pieces in the offseason. Drummond's solid backup big. They retained Kelly Oubre. They got the guy from France, Yabusele, guy that can do some of the dirty work. So, I mean, on paper, they have a good team that can probably get to the conference final. I'm not saying they're going to beat Boston, but they can get there. And, Embiid is he can be the one equalizer that the Boston, because they have nothing for Embiid. I mean, Porzingis and Horford, Horford is going to be pretty well because he's big and strong, has a low center of gravity, but sometimes Embiid still cooks him regardless. So he's like, if you get him healthy, he gives you a chance.
Yeah.
Because we've seen it before, and like Maxi's evolution of his game, it's just unfortunate, but it's just par for the course. I mean, same thing with the Bucks right now. I mean, Middleton out. Who knows how long he's going to be out? Like, that's another question mark. The Knicks have question marks. So right now, I mean, it's only 1 day to the season, but Boston is having a great start to the season because they look great and their competition doesn't, or they have health issues. So,
yeah. All right. Before we get off NBA, hopefully most of us did our homework, because now we get into my favorite part. We got to pick some league pass teams. Us bros, we got NBA league pass because unlike some people in the sports media, they only watch the primetime games and then just go off box scores. We actually dive in and watch every single game, like them Tuesday night, 8:00 games in Chicago, or those Thursday night games in like Utah. So we was all supposed to give an opportunity to get a league pass team that we should get folks to watch this year. So I'm gonna start with you, Dave. Who's your league pass team for this year?
Can I give two? One for the East and one for the West?
You gave him one because you might pick somebody else's choice.
Okay, bet that. I'm gonna pick this team. This team is usually has been my ops in the past, but I'm excited to watch them because I'm excited because this team. I mean, this team is still young, but they added a vet and they added my man's from UConn. Go Spurs, go! I'm gonna be watching the Spurs.
I knew it.
We good.
You see my man Stephon Castle? He put somebody on the poster in the preseason. Y'all saw that? My man Harrison Ingram.
Shout out Harrison Ingram.
Yeah, man. I mean, Wembanyama has a point guard now, and you already know how Wemby's gonna dominate the league this year. He's motivated. He's pissed off about that silver medal he got in the Olympics. So he's ready. He's ready to make that step, and maybe not this year, but next year we may be talking about him as the best in the league. But that's a team I'm looking to watch. I'm looking to see how they grow this year.
That. So who are you looking at?
So the team that I'm looking at, we talked about them a little bit in the chat before, and once again, Dre, don't get mad, don't hate me, brother. But it's Memphis. Memphis did a lot of. My bad, BT.
Now I got another one. So I knew somebody's gonna take Memphis. It's all good.
Memphis got a lot of stuff that's going the right way for them. I'm really gonna like that whole pairing of Ja and Edie. That's gonna be nasty together whenever they get it worked out, and they got a lot of other pieces that's gonna work around them as well. Obviously, they got Triple J and they got Gigi as well. It's a lot of potential. Yeah. They got Desmond Bain, big arms.
That nigga be in the gym
for no reason.
That nigga big for no fucking reason.
For no reason, Eric Bledsoe.
Hey, yo, that nigga is like the light skin Eric Bledsoe.
He is, bro.
But they got a lot of potential that's going with them. We know that Ja took his year off, well, for the most part, damn near the entire year last year because of the suspension and then the injury, and that just put them in a good position where they were actually able to get more pieces. And like we was just talking about Marcus Smart earlier, Marcus Smart being on that team, he's that goon that they actually need. They lost a fake ass fucking goon a year ago. Talk your shit, BT.
You know how I feel about that nigga, man. Fuck that nigga, dog.
So they got rid of one. They got rid of Canadian bacon, and they got some real beef on their team. Oh, I cooked.
That was cold, bro.
Hey, yo.
Oh man.
But
I
yeah,
can't with
so,
y'all, man.
Yeah, so like Memphis, that's gonna be my team to look for. I don't see them doing much or making no crazy noise in the West, but they're gonna make things interesting. They're gonna goon it up a lot.
All right, all right, who you got, BT?
All right, so I was gonna say Memphis, but I had another team on the stash. I like to pick the under the radar teams. This team is not under the radar. I picked Houston last year because I fucked with Jalen Green, but my team is gonna be the Orlando Magic.
Yeah.
I think this year they can really. They snuck up on some people last year, but I think this year they can make some noise, man. He the op, but we know Ben Carroll like that, bro. Like the nigga is dumb nice. You know what I'm saying? I think he can take another step. Yep, I know, right? I think he can take another step, man, and keep on, climbing that ladder up the chain with the NBA players. Them getting KCP was huge. They got a vet who has 2 championships. He know how to win. He play defense, hit clutch threes. You know what I'm saying? So them getting KCP was huge. That and I think him and Jalen Suggs backcourt. We talk about D White and Drew Holiday defensively, but them two can lock you up too. With Jalen Suggs and KCP in the backcourt, they got my dog Cole Anthony out there. Mm-hmm. So I think the Magic can really make some more noise this year.
I bet. T, you got a team for lead pass?
BT is on my Palo agenda, but I'm gonna go with the Houston Rockets. Not only to be a league pass team, but they're going to be a playoff team this year. I think they're going to get through the play, and I think they're going to make the playoffs. They were ascending last year. Van Fleet made a great presence. He's a bitch ass nigga, but Dylan Brooks.
Oh, that's my nigga, though. Yeah.
Nah, he's talking about Dylan Brooks, though. He ain't talking about playing.
Oh, I thought Van Fleet. I'm like, what Van Fleet do?
No, come on, Dave.
Nah, he's talking about Dylan.
Hey, I'm gonna keep it high. Van Vliet is a guy. He can't make it to my parlays no more. He is somebody that can't make it to my parlays. I just say that.
I think it's you, brother. You the common denominator with these parlays, Corey.
I'm glad somebody said it.
Hey, I hit with certain players.
But then Jalen Green, when he ascended towards the end of last season, and then them getting Sengun back. I mean, Houston was right there last year, and I think another year under their belt. And then Amen Thompson has improved significantly because I found a stream, so I'm watching them play the Hornets on my monitor right now, and Amen Thompson has gotten better. And then we throw in Reed Shepherd, solid, can hit the 3-ball. Does a little bit of dirty work. Like, that's a solid pickup for them. So I really like what Houston's done in the last couple of years. I like Jalen Green outside his decision making with his women, but we'll talk about that for another day.
Hey, another one of these young niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead.
You said that earlier, BT. You did say that.
Yep.
But I think Houston has a good opportunity to get through the play and make the playoffs because they were, ascending last year. This kind of ran out of gas at the end. So shout out to Houston. Shout out to H-Town, by the way. Text ass.
Period. Text ass. Text ass. Hey, Brad, I know you just hopping on the pod tonight, man, but do you have like a NBA league pass team you think people should be on the lookout for?
I have a team from a standpoint of like, I just want to see how they bounce back after their ascension and then kind of falling back down a little bit. And that's like the Sacramento Kings because they were up there and we all thought they were taking that next leap. And I'm going to be interested to kind of see where do they go? How do they manage expectations now when you're not sneaking up on people anymore? And can Fox and the guys, can he lead them to the ascension in the Western Conference? Because we know how tough the West is now. Is kind of see where do they go and take those next steps.
I mean, I like to, DeRozan's a great addition. Um,
Yeah.
They had some unfortunate injury luck towards the end of last season, especially when Monk got injured, because Monk is that fire. He brings that spark plug off the bench, and not having that down the stretch hurt them in the play-in tournament when they had to go up against New Orleans. They just didn't have enough outside of Fox. So adding DeRozan, Keegan Murray's ascension. The only thing about Sacramento, outside Sabonis, I mean, they have a couple of bigs, but their starting lineup is small, man.
Yeah.
Go against a team like the Lakers, we have AD at the 4. Sometimes AD will play the 5. And some of these other teams like Memphis, just bigger teams are like, they have a big lineup that can rebound and get stops because we know Sabonis, what he's going to do. We know Sabonis is consistent. But outside of that, do they have an interior presence? And then can they stay healthy? How does Monk bounce back from his injury? He secured a bag this offseason. Congrats to my guy because I've been rooting for him since he was in Charlotte. But I thought about Sacramento, Brad, but then I was like, I'm gonna say Houston. But you're right though. Sacramento, where do they fit in the West? They're healthy because I mean, they were up there for most of the season and they tailed off at the end with some bad injury luck. So apparently Mike Brown was on the hot seat. There's rumors going around about that. How I don't know because I mean he let out of class for the first time since 2006. And then
you know how they do black coaches, T. You know how they do them.
I know, man. It's just like some of these franchises, they're in poverty for so long for a reason, bro. Sacramento, doesn't know how to handle success.
Right.
They want instant success, and they don't want to give coaches time to develop talent, and they want instant success. And I'm like, it's just not possible for everybody.
But that was a good pick, Brad, for sure. Me, I'm trying to think if I picked this team last year. And if I did, I do not care. I'm picking the Charlotte Hornets fucking again. And the reason is different this year because one, y'all gonna stay away from my fucking tanks.
I knew it.
Y'all gonna stay away from my fucking tanks. And the reason why y'all gonna stay away from these tanks is because if LaMelo Ball is healthy, if he is healthy, him and B. Miller is going to be box office. And when you go on ESPN on the next morning and you see the number 3 play of the day out of a Hornets game, it's going to be because LaMelo and B. Miller did some crazy shit because
B. Miller already got a highlight. He already caught a body tonight.
B. Miller's ascension is – I see that trajectory. Like, all the people that was booing that y'all didn't get Scoot Henderson, they quiet now. And I really think B. Miller is going to be one of those. He's going to be one of those guys. Like you see that it factor in him. Like you see it. Like you see that dog in him. So, I'm really excited to see what y'all do this year. Like on some real shit. Like I really think y'all can do something. And of course, this is a new coach this year, and y'all brought in some key players, some good young players too, like Trey Man. Y'all still got time to develop Nick Smith Jr. and everything. So I think there's actually some positive going on in the city of Charlotte when it comes to sports. Something to look forward to in Charlotte.
I mean, honestly, my expectations. We should make the play-in tournament by default. And I'm not saying that in a bad way, but you look at the East. We know Boston's the 1 seed by far. Then that next tier, New York, Philly, Milwaukee. And then I would say a tier after that, Cleveland and Indiana,
Orlando,
Miami. That's 7 teams right there. Oh yeah, Orlando. That's what 6, 7 teams right there. That's 6, I think.
And that's a cutoff right there. Yep. And that's where you cut it.
Yep. And then like Miami, we don't know if Miami's going to have injuries or what's going to happen with Miami. Miami's that team that's kind of a wild card. We just don't know about them. But outside of Boston, Philly, Milwaukee, New York, Cleveland, Indiana, Orlando. Yep. So, I mean, if you get to the play-in tournament, which we should be either 8 or 9 seed, depending on what Miami does, we should be 8, 9, or at least 10 by default. Because, I mean, Atlanta, no. I don't know what Atlanta has. Chicago, no. Toronto, no. Detroit, no. No disrespect, Dre, but Washington.
All disrespect. Hell yeah, I want to be trash. What you mean?
I want the lottery pick too. Hell yeah.
that
You
shit
know
to
what I'm saying? Like we should
DC.
be getting the play in tournament by default. I
Yeah.
think honestly, I don't think Indiana or Orlando has that much more talent than Charlotte. They have like a little bit more chemistry, obviously coaching, and they've been healthier. But I don't think they have that much more talent than we do.
We're athletic as hell.
I need Charlotte to get to the play-in tournament, and I need them either to be a 7 or 8 because we need a playoff game in Charlotte.
Oh hell yeah!
I'm telling you right now. I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. The last time they made the playoffs, that was the same year the Panthers went to the Super Bowl, bro. My ears drums almost burst in that Hornets playoff game, bro. It was louder than the NC title game, bro. I kid you not, bro.
Yeah,
it was louder than the NC championship game. I was at the NC championship game, bro. I'm telling you, bro, those Hornets playoff games were loud, especially that game 6 versus Miami, bro. It was absolutely bananas in there, bro.
Hornets actually have a good crowd. Like even
No,
even
yeah,
when they're bad, they have a really good crowd.
Look, T, I'll always remember when you took me to the games, especially when y'all matched up against Boston and the Knicks. You couldn't tell me there weren't no damn playoff games up in that joint. I was like, bro, it is November. What is going on here?
Dre, you remember the Golden State game we went to?
Hell
when they beat Golden State. Like that was a really good.
Yeah.
That shit was lit.
Yeah, man. Like the city of Charlotte, honestly, as much as the Panthers. The Panthers football team, whatever. I'm telling you right now, the city of Charlotte is a Hornet city, bro. If the Hornets become good, bro, they are Charlotte's team, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah,
I promise you that, bro.
I believe it.
Especially the real niggas in Charlotte, bro. Not no F-150 bullshit on the Hornets. So I don't know what's going on.
Shout out to the starter jackets.
I'm about to say, man, like the Charlotte FC done made the playoffs. The Hornets need to get back to the playoffs too.
Yeah, FC did the thing. I can't. I ain't been to. I've been to one game. I have been to a game, so I can't say that. But yeah, FC did their thing, bro. But yeah, I think the East, like you said, like we know the top 6, 7 teams are going to be. So, I mean, we should be 8. So, I have a question. Candidate for most improved player this year. Don't say Wembanyama, bro. You can't say Wemby.
No. I don't think so.
I think it might be y'all guy.
I'm about to say Brandon Miller.
I think it might. I really think it's gonna be y'all guy.
Yeah, Brandon Miller.
B Miller, he different, man.
B Miller, man.
Because if you're talking about from like a player that's already been in the league for a few years, to get most improved, you gotta be on some real like nuclear tight, like for example, like Tyrese Halliburton. He got to come out here averaging like 25 and 12 for him to get like most improved, some crazy shit like that. Because you say most improved goes to like either you was like you're in this league for 5 years, but for some reason like how Monk almost won it, like or some shit like not Monk, but like you averaging like 2 points 1 year, like 2 points for like 3 straight years, but all of a sudden you get like 16 in your 4th year. That's most improved. Yeah. So you look into how I'm thinking Brandon Miller is going to be like a 20 plus per game score. Like he might get into like that 22 range. Like
22, 23. He gonna be around that.
So if he's consistently averaging that, and while the Hornets are making like playoff noise, I see him getting that most improved player of the year. That I'm putting stock because like I just like his game. And he's got a dog in him that you like to see out of a young player.
Honestly, it's another award I see us possibly picking up as well too, and we know what that is.
Sixth man of the year.
Sixth man of the year.
That's y'all definitely got a dark horse. Yeah, I got a dark horse.
Talking about Trey Man.
Yeah.
He gonna look real good.
I believe that.
All right, and then top seed in the West is it OKC's to lose?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Only because the race that we saw last year, the teams that with them all got worse, while OKC got better.
Yeah.
Like Denver got worse. I feel like Minnesota got worse. Like Dallas can challenge. I feel like Dallas is a better challenge than Denver and Minnesota right now. So they're more of a threat. But when you look at OKC roster, they look like they got one of the most complete teams out the whole league, in my opinion.
No, I agree. I think OKC is going to the finals. Adding Caruso, adding Hartenstein and having that
Black
experience,
Bay.
because that was the first time that young group went to the playoffs. And they got to a game 6, should have been a game 7, but Shea made a crucial mistake. But he'll get better from it. Honestly, he might have a chip on his shoulder for being snubbed from MVP as well.
Hell yeah!
So watch out for
Shea.
Shea.
I think he gonna like how I said before. He's gonna have 3 major chips on his shoulder: the MVP, how they exit from the playoffs, and how he exited from the Olympics. That's 3 chips he's gonna have on his shoulders.
I think Shea's gonna win MVP. I think the only person that can stop Shea from winning MVP is Luka. We know how the media is about Luka, but I think Shea should get MVP this year. He's definitely a prime candidate. I think they will get the top seed in the West because we know Luka and Kyrie will have some games where they're out, and Shea for the most part has been healthy. And the way his game plays, he doesn't really play at a fast pace. So sometimes when you play at that a little bit slower pace, you don't get so sensible to injuries. Shea just gonna get to his spots and do what he does, man. So I think Shea will be MVP. I think Luka will be second. I don't really see, at some point it's got to be Joker fatigue. But then again, I thought the fatigue would have set in by now. But man, the way the media glazes that guy, bro, don't get me wrong, great player, but it's just getting ridiculous, bro. I ain't never seen the media hype up a guy that finished in 3rd place in the Olympics, bro. That blew a lead in the 4th quarter of the Olympics. That blew a 20-point lead in Game 7 at home. You're the defending champs, bro. If that had been any other big man in history, Hakeem, Will, Russell, Shaq, Embiid, Duncan.
It don't have to be a big man. We're talking about a star player.
That's any star.
If LeBron did that, crucified.
Oh,
KD did that, crucified. Steph. Even Steph. If Steph does that, crucified. Any other player that does that will get crucified. But for some reason, when he does it, we get videos of him being happy with his team winning 3rd place. What kind of shit is this?
Like Serbia didn't have NBA players on that roster, bro. They had 7. They started 5 players in the NBA, bro. Like Bogdanovich is a problem, bro.
Right.
That's the shit that pissed me off. I heard people literally say that. Oh, if he had a good number 2 option. These motherfuckers.
He had a number 2, yeah.
He has a. What are they talking about? He has a good number 2.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Yeah, good number 2.
They don't act like Bogey is ass.
I'm like, there's a reason. There's a reason why that game was a struggle.
Bruh, like that Serbia, they had shooters over there.
Like
literally shooters.
Sniper.
Yeah.
He was a sniper.
There was a reason Serbia gave the U.S. problems. Like there was a reason.
Outside of France, but that was the one team I did not want to see in the knockout round, bro.
Exactly.
And we had to see them 3. That's why I was so worried about that game because we saw them for a 3rd time. First game exhibition match, you ain't showing shit. Second game is in full play, so yeah. And then we just knocked their ass out. So I was like, okay, that 3rd game, it's like, oh hell, by any means. It was literally by any means. So that's what we was going up. I hate
3 times in a row.
Short amount of time at that too. So it's like, yo, like.
Hey, but thank you, Bogey, for being dumb. Thank you, Bogey.
Yeah. They woke up wrong, man.
Exactly. Don't you ever put 3 fingers to your dome ever again.
At that point, Melo became the coach.
Yo, that's the best shit I ever seen in my life. We cleared everybody out for KD to do the ISO.
I'm sorry, bro. I watched a league pass, bro. Is that Scott Foster on my TV, bro? Yeah, we back, baby.
Okay. Hey, yo, T, chill.
Okay, you left.
Oh, hold on. I thought that was Scott. That wasn't Scott Foster, but y'all get the point, bro.
I was about to say he in San Antonio. I said he in San Antonio. Not his ops opening game, bro. That's crazy work.
That's crazy work.
Crazy work.
if he's at the Spurs game on opening night.
Let me check the Twitter page real quick.
This is the problem with the league today. That's the problem with the league today. Why we have accounts about who refs the games now? See, T, what happened to the game I love? T, what happened to the?
Hey, we got our first candidate for Hamas already, bro. Mikal Bridges, bro. You joined Hamas.
Hey, yo.
Oh man.
No, my God.
He in Philly. He in Philly tonight. There he is.
Okay.
There he is. I'm looking at him.
Oh, they
Okay,
wasted
yeah, yeah,
they wasted him because Paul George not even playing tonight. They wasted it.
Matter of fact, bro. As a matter of fact, every week we record, bro, we have a candidate to join Hamas, bro.
Oh shit!
Oh my goodness.
The Knicks fans already did it for you, bro. They were slandering Mikal Bridges, bro, like he was a terrorist, bro. Like he got the towers down.
Damn.
Man.
Yeah,
Yo,
the
that
NBA
man
is
had me
back,
in
y'all.
tears.
I told y'all, bro. Football, boxing, whatever. We're trying to talk the NBA, bro. We really in our bag, bro.
They put the turban on it, brother.
No. Like NBA slander. I will always say this. I will stand 10 toes down. I'm gonna stand on business on this. NBA has the best slander on social media, and it's not even close. It's
Yeah.
not even close
That's
because
a fact. That's a fact.
in real time, love somebody from the beginning of the game, and by halftime, they have 5 memes created from fresh off the press.
Facts.
These ain't the memes that you be holding on for a rainy day. No,
Nah.
these are fresh off the press, AI generated as
Yeah.
memes.
That Gemini
Yeah,
chat.
on
AI
top of that-
changed everything, man.
And then on top of that, the spaces are top tier.
Oh, the spaces are worth it alone just to
The
get
spaces
the spaces.
are top tier. You hear the greatest slander of all time in these spaces. Like the shit they say about Westbrook is iconic. Not classic, iconic.
Iconic.
They said that man had the confidence of Steph Curry with the jumper of Ben Simmons. I will never forgive him for that shit. I'll never forgive him for that shit.
And then when players getting slander that you never thought would have haters.
Pascal
Facts. Facts.
Larry National opportunity, bro.
Yeah, that was so crazy. That was so crazy. That's so crazy. But look, man, I'm telling y'all, if y'all having a bad day, tough day at the job, things going wrong with your girl or your side piece or whoever you're dealing with, late on your bills, just turn on the app, just Google a player, and you're gonna have a good time. I promise you. You're gonna, because nobody's safe.
That's the key.
Nobody is safe.
Nobody.
Everybody's favorite player. Everybody catches it. So if you're
On
not
Twitter,
if you're not this skin, this ain't for you. If you're sensitive, this ain't for you. I'm telling you. You gotta roll with the punches, baby. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Have y'all guys? My bad. I joined on late, bro. I had to let somebody over and help them out with some stuff. Did y'all talk college football yet, real quick? Because boy,
no, that's what I was
Texas,
going to say.
what happened, bro? Texas, bro. Y'all got dog walked.
shell shocked.
This is a real welcome to the SEC moment, bro.
I'm about to say you're welcome to the
No.
SEC type moment.
But because I know most of y'all was out there having a great time, G-hoeing and everything. So for y'all that didn't get the game was won because Georgia D-line was the most dominant force in that game.
Mm-hmm.
Facts. Because I watched the game.
They smacked that old line through the whole fourth quarters. Smacked them.
Like that first run play that Texas tried, and the guy got hit in the backfield. They were like, "Yeah, this is how this game's gonna go. You can't run the ball."
Because Brad, how many sacks did Jalen Walker get? Like he got like 3 sacks by himself.
He got 3 by himself. I think they had a total of like 7 or 8 total. They lived. They planted their flag in Texas's backfield and said, "Yeah, we're just here."
And that's all that was.
Carson Beck was trying to throw that game away. He had 2 picks in the first quarter. From what I saw,
that was crazy.
Yeah, it was
the defense made up for it.
Yeah, it did. It was like honestly, it was an ugly performance in that first quarter for Georgia, but they eventually got it going in the second quarter. Then Texas took that third quarter was wild as fuck because they was throwing beer cans and shit on the field.
That play was wild because I was like, "Yo, they throwing shit on the field."
Man, it sounds like the refs ain't got no backbone, man.
Nah, the refs folded so quick. They folded so quick.
They some hoes.
They folded like some lawn chairs on 4th of July. I'm like, oh, they folded. They flipped that too quick.
For those that don't know what we're talking about, Texas made an interception that they ran back for a touchdown. On the field, they call a flag because for defensive interference.
Yep.
The crowd was so pissed after they saw the replay. They started throwing stuff on the field, so they delayed the game.
Yes.
During that delay, those refs huddle up and was like, "Hey man, we got
to get to the cars.
We forgot we was at. We in Texas and shit. They take this a little bit more serious than we do. So then so then they broke the huddle. They was like, so yeah, after we was talking to each other, it's like, for real, y'all got it. Y'all got it. We're gonna pick this joint up. We're gonna give y'all this tutty, man. Y'all know y'all need it. Y'all ain't gonna keep my car up.
I know Kirby.
I was on the phone with my pops, and I said, I know Kirby forgot they had to get to the.
They
had to get back to the hotel.
Oh, he was shitty because you literally only changed the call
because of the crowd reaction.
Because of the crowd reaction.
The only reason you made that change.
Because they wasn't going to do no reviews, y'all. They wasn't going to do no review. So
they was not going to review that play. That was it was about to be a riot in the stands. They stopped the game and had the cheerleaders picking up trash. Y'all don't understand how bad this was. Stop the game and had the cheerleaders go pick up trash all in the end zone.
It was trash all in the end zone.
And like Drake said, they got together and they said, look, we got to get back to this hotel. And I got to get back to my wife in one piece because this is Texas. Man, and they hold guns.
Shit, it's Texas. Great. You better you better stay strapped. The rest better stay strapped, man. It's Texas.
Dave, I don't think they were strapped because they made that change too quick. I think they were out there naked. I think they were out there without nothing. And they had to remind themselves, this ain't Athens. This ain't Tuscaloosa. This is Texas. Yeah, we might need to change this call.
Speaking of Texas, BT, bro, I know LSU got Bama next week, but they got A&M this week. What are your thoughts? It's on the road. Can they get past A&M, and then next week are they going to put the nail in Bama's season and send Bama outside the playoff next week?
They got the bye, and then they got Bama. But this game going to –
I look at the dates, yeah.
Nah, this game going to come down to one thing. If LSU stop the run, they're going to win simple. If A&M can run the ball and control the clock, they're going to win. LSU decided to stop the run. They've been stopping the run the last two games. So if they can stop A&M running game, they're going to win. I'm not really too concerned about the quarterback. I mean, he average. I'm used to two running backs. If they can stop them two running backs, they're going to win the game.
Even when you say somebody's average, it sounds so disrespectful.
BT smooth with it. He like, they average.
No, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie.
It really feel like he's calling him a bitch-ass nigga.
It really do. It really do.
Nah, he average. I mean, he's solid, bro. He all right. But I'm not too concerned about him. Now, the game, I will say this. The game is at A&M. Unless you ain't won at A&M 6-16.
Dang.
So, yeah.
That crowd is something.
They've been going back and forth for the past 6 years.
That atmosphere is something different at night. Yeah. So, it's going to be an amped-up crowd.
It's gonna be a nasty crowd, but Arkansas crowd was kind of wild Saturday.
Yeah.
And they shut them up.
Yeah.
So like I said, if LSU stop the running game, they're gonna be solid. I think Garrett gonna do what Garrett do. He gonna make some solid passes. As long as LSU get an average running game, yeah, I just see LSU winning, man. I'm not trying to be like a overly confident fan because I'm not. Like, it's gonna be a tough game. It can come down to the fourth quarter, but if they, like I said, they can stop the run, bro. Like, they gonna win. And they ain't seen an offense like LSU offense. Yeah, we lost Jaden. We lost two receivers in the first round, but we still got a solid offense. Like Garrett making NFL throws every game. They cornerbacks are they all right too, but I think Kyler can get off on their cornerbacks.
Yeah. Anybody can answer this. How would you still feel about Texas being a contender? I mean, I think because their schedule is pretty much soft towards the end of the season, so they probably get him. They still got A&M at the end of the season. Those teams haven't played each other in a long time. That's going to be a emotional, heated game. But how would you feel about Texas, being a contender to win it all? I mean, there are rumblings going around now. I don't know how true they were or not, but there were some people that got deleted talking about Quinn Ewers might sit out, whatever, because Arch Manning got in the game and all that stuff.
That's fake.
Yeah, I figured I knew it was fake, but
Yeah.
like Quinn Ewers didn't look good at all, and Arch Manning is right there, so it's just like that's going to be an interesting dynamic. And then, how do y'all feel about Texas at the moment after that Georgia game?
I mean, right now, to me, it's one game. Like, what's good if this was just still like a 4-team playoffs, there would be more concern because,
Exactly.
a lot of these upper echelon teams are playing each other right now, and one loss can really derail your season, depending where you lose at. But as long as they don't fall like 2-3 in the L column, I think they're going to be fine. I just think at this moment it's like now Texas saw a weakness because they used to been blowing all these teams out, even with Archtavius Manning being the backup quarterback. But Georgia, this is the first time they just saw a unit of this stature that they just did not match them on that front line. That D line just really took over that game. So if there's something that they can watch film to see if they can learn how to block that differently, so it's not so many sacks or so many players in the backfield, I think they can overcome that. But I'm not going to overreact of one game. I think they still one of the top teams overall in the country, and they probably still favored to win the SEC at the moment. But it's still going to be some tough sledding because you still got teams like LSU. They just lost to Georgia, and SEC, they just play football down there, so you can't sleep on nobody.
Yeah, I agree. I think I gotta see Texas after a loss. Like they play Vanderbilt this weekend, so I want to see.
Vanderbilt's ranked, by the way.
Yeah, Vanderbilt's ranked.
And that's good for them because that's not like easy team. Like I said, like Vanderbilt is actually good this year, surprisingly.
And that's the thing that you mentioned, Dre, about Texas' schedule. Like they really haven't played anybody of substance. Like, they played Oklahoma, but Oklahoma was like
they trash.
Ranger. They was trash. They've been injured.
Michigan's overrated.
Michigan's overrated this year.
Michigan can't pass the ball. Like, so who have they had really played before that Georgia game? So I gotta see what they look like after a loss. So I'm not. Yeah, like Dre, I'm not gonna overreact to this. I mean, if they struggle against Vanderbilt, if they lose against Vanderbilt, really,
we definitely revisit that.
I think overall, two losses. I mean, you could still possibly make the playoff, but I'm not worried about Texas right now.
Definitely in the 12-team playoff, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely 2 lost teams in there.
Definitely 2 losses, you can still get in.
SEC
just off your strength of schedule and where you play at.
You said 5 teams?
I think 5 teams.
I don't see 5 teams.
I don't know. They don't care about it.
No.
Ole Miss has played Georgia. Ole Miss is out.
Ole Miss is not. Ole Miss is not in that 5. Ole Miss is not in that 5.
So who's your 5 from the SEC, Dave? Who's your 5?
Texas, Georgia, LSU, Alabama, and
I don't think
Tennessee's gonna make it. They get one more L.
Tennessee's gonna make it.
I think Tennessee will make it.
Georgia, but they're gonna win out. Tennessee will be 10-2. I think they're gonna lose to Georgia.
Tennessee will get it.
Tennessee will probably be somewhere like a 8-9 seed in that playoff.
So you're saying 4 teams.
Even though Vanderbilt ranked, that was not a loss Alabama should have up to this point in their season, knowing who they got left on their schedule. So now, because now you lost to Vanderbilt, now you lost to Tennessee. Now it's like you still got LSU, you still got all these, you still got
Auburn.
Tennessee can lose to Georgia and Vanderbilt. Like they got on the road with both of them.
Well, then, actually, but I have more faith in Tennessee than Bama.
I agree with that.
I think 4 teams is reasonable.
I see 3 to 4, man. I don't see no more than 4 though.
I can see 4. But no more than 5.
Don't get involved.
I think the locks for Georgia and Texas, they get in there.
Because we know, as of right now, we know for sure, like the Big Ten got 3 teams in it between Oregon, Ohio State, and Penn State because it's 12-team playoffs. So that's 3.
I just don't think Penn State's that good, y'all.
They
haven't watched Penn State to have an opinion.
they only gonna have one loss though. So
the way the schedule plans out, they're only going to have one loss. They're going to get in just off that.
I mean, they're non-conference. We're in the new playoff era, 12-team playoff. They're non-conference at West Virginia, Bowling Green, Kent State. Yeah, they beat Illinois. They beat Illinois 21-7. Blah blah blah. They should have lost to USC. They're going to get spanked by Ohio State. They're going to lose to Ohio State. Now, Washington has to come to Happy Valley. So if the game was in Washington, I'll give Washington a fighting chance. But the game's in Happy Valley. Purdue, no.
It's going to be a whiteout.
But Penn State already beat Washington.
No, they haven't played yet.
They haven't played yet.
Mm-mm. They beat West Virginia, Bowling Green, Kent State, Illinois, UCLA, and USC. They play Wisconsin on Saturday. Then they play Ohio State next Saturday. They play Washington on the November 9th.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, because honestly, I feel like Indiana is a better team than Penn State this year. But Indiana got their QB hurt, so I don't know how they're going to do against Ohio State and stuff like that. But like Penn State does the same shit every year. Like they start the season like in the top 10 off some. Oh, they got this running back. They got this defensive lineman. That's cool. You got a guy. You may got two guys. But is it enough against Ohio State? No. Is it even good enough against Michigan? No. When's the last time y'all played somebody that was decent out of conference for the beginning of the season? Been a minute. Like I'm tired. I'm tired of the Penn State hype. Like T, I'm tired of Penn State hype. They're not that. They're better than a lot of teams, but they're like here or two below like the Ohio States, the Alabamas, LSU, Georgia. Like they not on their levels. Their brand says they are, but their talent has never been there with them. They got to let go of the past.
Yeah.
They got to let go of the past.
They still living off of the whole, that era with Paterno. They're still living off that era. And I'm like, that era hasn't been around in how long? Like,
and he wasn't
the
winning
last
shit.
time that Penn State was in the national conscience. Like,
and that shit didn't came over in the new millennium. So I don't know what the fuck these niggas.
The last time they won a championship was like what, 1970s?
It was the 80s.
80s. Like, come on. Like, the Penn State hype always gets me because I'm like, okay, they'll have one good player and they'll blow them out of proportion. And I'm like, they ain't played nobody yet. Then they play Ohio State, get smacked in the mouth, and everything comes down to earth.
Yeah. I mean, they got close like when Saquon Barkley was there. I think they beat them once.
That's about as close as they've been, but they still couldn't.
That's as close as they've been. Dave, I got a question for you real quick.
Oh, go ahead. Okay, bro. Yeah. Go ahead, Brandon.
I got a question for Dave. I'm looking at your boys.
Yeah.
If Colorado was to run the table, do they have a chance at making the playoff if they run the table?
Okay.
So here are the games that are left. They got Cincinnati this weekend at home.
Yeah.
At Texas Tech.
Yeah.
They get Utah at home.
Yeah.
At Kansas, and then Oklahoma State to end the season at home.
Yeah.
Can they run the table?
So here's the interesting thing about this, right? You know, we're 5-2. We just beat Arizona by 27 on the road. One thing I gotta say about Arizona, that star wide receiver Terry McMillan, don't call him T-Mac. There's only one T-Mac, and his name is Tracy McGrady. Don't call him that. don't call him T-Mac. Let's not do that again. My man Travis Hunter only played the first half, and your boy only had like 5 catches for 38 yards. Like, nah, man, don't do that. Don't do that again. So to the question, can Colorado win out? And you heard it from me first. I'm probably the first person to say this, but don't be surprised if we win 10 games. Because look at this schedule. Like Cincinnati is also 5-2, right? They're in the same boat as us, right?
Schedule's softer than we thought it was going to be.
Texas Tech is also in the same boat. I think they're 5-2 or 4-2.
They're 5-2 as
right?
well.
So those are the like. So we're playing. We don't play a great team for the rest of the season. Like I said last time, like our best team that we've already played our best team on our schedule, and that was Kansas State. Like Kansas State and Nebraska, the two losses we have, and those are like the two best teams that are on our schedule.
Can I say something real quick, Dave?
Yeah, go ahead, T.
The thing about those games, those teams are physical. Now there is a team that kind of plays like them. They're not quite as good, but Utah is physical as well.
That's the game I
So
wanted to bring up.
That's
That
the
Utah
thing.
game.
That's the thing. That's the thing. Like I feel like I feel like our schedule is not as hard as I thought we would, but like yeah, those teams are physical. They bring a different they'll bring different things to the table. Uh, Out of those 5 games, we had 3 of them at home. We have Cincinnati, Utah, and Oklahoma State at home. We got to go to Texas Tech and I'm not worried about Kansas. We're gonna smack Kansas. Um, I think they've lost like 5 in a row or some crazy like that. But yeah, I mean, I was worried about Arizona a little bit because it's a road game and Arizona has played well there. But I'm hoping that we can play more complete games. We've shown that we've been able to play complete games on offense and defense and special teams. Like we saw that against UCF, we saw that against Arizona, even against Kansas State when we had like all those injuries. Kansas State should have blown us out, but we had a chance to win that game. Um, it all comes down to the defense. I mean, we know what the offense is going to do. We know Shador is going to be able to help us put up points, but the defense has to, stay consistent. Um, I think they will. 10 games would be great if like so to your question, Brad. If we'll make the playoff, the only way that we'll make the playoff is if we win out and Kansas State loses again and BYU and Iowa State also lose.
I
They
got
also
you.
have to get one loss. Like,
Yeah.
and that would be we have to win out in order to get to the Big 12 championship.
Yeah.
To get to to have a chance at the playoff.
Well,
Because
you got to win out, and then you got to hope that Iowa State or BYU lose a game.
yeah, exactly. And we have to win the Big 12 championship in order to get to the playoff. Because only one team is coming out of the Big 12. Only one team. Because there's a lot of good teams, but there's no great teams. It's not like the SEC or like it's not like the Big Ten.
Yeah.
Multiple great teams. Like
because we know the how the community. They don't look at just like the loss column, like, oh, this team only got one L, so we're gonna put them over. It's like
who do we beat? Like who? Like, it's like who?
Yeah.
Who beat?
It's about the tape.
Yeah.
And it's about Brandon. Because when you have this big bowl game,
about the brand.
Because we learn when it comes to these bowl games, they want these big promoters and everything. They want their
big
team.
fan bases.
They want the big fan bases coming into those cities. So yeah,
especially now that you got a whole extra almost month of couple of extra games now thrown in with a 12-team playoff. Like Dre said, that brand factor is gonna find its way into this 12-team playoff. I have a feeling. I don't know how, but it's gonna sneak its way in somehow.
Yeah. We definitely going to see some rumbling once we get to like mid-November. So definitely be on the lookout for that. But all right, before we end this episode, we couldn't leave here without, of course, giving some NFL talk. We're gonna keep this short. We have some breaking news today. DeAndre Hopkins has been traded from the Tennessee Titans to the Kansas City Chiefs. I feel like this was a move 1 year. This should have happened last year, but it finally happened. As you know, Kansas City has been decimated with injuries in their wide receiver group. So this move definitely makes sense. I mean, Kansas City, they're undefeated still. They added a player like D Hops. I mean, I know it's going to take some time for them to get their connection going, but if Kansas City was winning games with just 2 tight ends, Kareem Hunt on his like second or third stint with the Kansas City Chiefs, and and lights out defense, I'm pretty sure adding D Hop, it's just going to make this team even better. So we don't really have to harp on it. We're just going to have to see how this goes. But on like the Kansas City, they play Vegas this weekend, so ain't really too much to talk about.
They about to smack the Raiders, especially the shit.
So that's going to be DeAndre Hopkins just ease into it game.
Yeah.
Get some catches under his belt. See what you can do. Yeah.
I don't know. Mahomes might put up at least 300 on them, bro.
After that game, you're going to start to hear the rumblings of Max Crosby to Detroit. Just wait for it. After that game, I promise you it's going to happen.
You brought it up, though. Myles Garrett Max Crosby. Those are names.
No, like because we
around.
already seen that Katensi also made another trade. They traded their linebacker to Seattle for a linebacker in a pick. So we already seeing a team like Tennessee being a seller. So I know we're running out of time today. So I'm a teacher now. I'm about to be a professor like you, Dave. But homework assignment is for next episode. Look at the teams at the top of who you think need to be selling. We got teams like Cleveland. We got teams like the Raiders. And there might be another team you might think of that's like, hey, y'all might as well just blow it up because y'all ain't going to get no better. So
I got one in the chamber.
Just think about that. We're going to get to that next episode. I know we definitely got some games coming on, It's still something tight. I know we still got losing records and everything, and the Ravens has looked great and everything with injuries, like what Tampa Bay is going through right now, losing their top two wide receivers, one for the year, one for a few weeks. It's still a lot of ball left, but we starting to kind of see what the picture of the NFL starting to look like. So next week we're going to be talking about we'll be giving report card grades since we pretty much will be at the halfway mark of this season in the NFL. So be on the lookout for that. But yeah, man, as always, we appreciate your time. First of all, welcome back to our GM, Brad, man. Love you, bro. Great to have you back, man. It's always love,
so much,
man. It's love, man. And Dave, what we be telling these damn people, man?
Subscribe to the fucking pod, man. Subscribe to the pod, bro. Like, share, and subscribe. We appreciate everyone that has been subscribed to us on YouTube, followed us on Instagram, Facebook, X, Twitter, social media platforms, all the podcast platforms. I have a final thought, and since we started basketball season, I have a few things to get off my chest. I'm gonna entertain you guys in the audience for a few minutes. First off, the Indiana Pacers, I still don't like y'all. It's fuck y'all still. Hey, I'm not gonna go through.
I want to go to bed, Dave. I want to go to bed. We know you hate these niggas, man.
I promise I'm not gonna take up too much of your time. I'm not gonna take up too much of your time. But hey, Benedict Mathurin, I saw you get cooked by Gilbert Arenas' son. I saw that. We're not gonna act like it didn't happen. So still like it. Y'all still the ops. When y'all do some stupid shit this season, hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want to see me. But I'm gonna leave that there. Pascal, I don't know why you wanted to be part of this, but you part of this. Tristan Newton, you my dog, but hey, you part of the ops now. So it is what it is there, or it is what it ain't. Rather,
crazy.
And number two, last and very least, Mark Jones. Since we're in NBA season now, I'll just first say, Mark Jones. I'm gonna just go ahead and let the LeBronto thing go. You cook with LeBronto. You fed your family with LeBronto. You fed your family off of that.
I call this growth.
That's a hot line. I don't know if you want to call it growth yet, Dre. But
oh shit,
Dre, you spoke too soon.
But you fed your family with that. Now it's time to feed my family with these bars, homie. It's time to feed my family. So look, all this, boss man D-Lo, tap in with me. Tap in with what, nigga? Hey, look, bro, Mark Jones, you 60 plus years old. You need to tap into that senior citizen discount. You need to tap into that AARP magazines. You need to tap into that Social Security check. You need to tap into that individual retirement account. You need to tap into that 401k. You need to tap into that will and that estate planning. You need to tap into those things, man. Don't tap into these bars. These bars are for me. These bars are for the Savs, nigga. You don't. This beef ain't about LeBron no more. It's about bars now. It's about bars. Like, look, bro, you can't fuck with me, Mark Jones. Let's be clear about that. You can't fuck with me.
This is what I mean by NBA slander. Even the commentators get it. Even the commentators are not safe. You're not safe in this league.
Hey, look, Mark Jones. All that LA Fitness at 3 getting flown out like an IG model, all those recycled bars, those water cooler bars that you have. Hey, look, bro, I watch film on you, bro. That's why that's why I'm able to be in the studio. Like I be in the studio
watching
too.
film on your haters crazy
I
work.
watch film.
I call that a rivalry.
Hey, look.
I call that a rivalry.
Look, bro. If we hear these same bars,
Oh
again,
God,
it's gonna be problems, bro. You get some originality, please. Please get some originality.
See, BT had to win the bed. BT went to bed.
BT had a tough up.
BT went to bed.
But that's all I have to say, bro. Subscribe to the pod. Subscribe
just
to the pod.
Just so you know, everybody, we all have some are rivalries. Like some people got a whole folder against an NBA player's son. I ain't gonna say no names, but I'm gonna just leave. I'm gonna just end this pod because we talk about the WNBA. Shout out to Jonquan Jones, Finals MVP. If you ain't know, she's one of PG County's own. So Riverdale Baptist alumni. PG County. We be doing this shit, man. We got another trophy coming back home. So that's all I gotta say for it. Like that's how I just want to end it. But look, man, we appreciate y'all holding on with us, man. Hey, as always, all love to the boys, man. Shout out to my boy T. Hey, man. Shout out to my boy D, Dr. Esquire Dave, man. Shout out to my boy C Note. Shout out to Fables, Finest, BT, man, Mr. 910. And welcome back the GM, Riley, Pressy. Don't matter. Call him whoever you want to be. Howie, don't matter. That's the GM. When he assembled this crew together, so it's always love when he gets here, man. But with that, we Assassin 4, baby. Y'all enjoy your evening. We out.